And that's it, we're off. The very start of doing that bit again because the wind dropped. And that's it, we're off. The very start of summer 2025 here in Vassiliki, Greece. Woohoo! Now, if you're only just discovering the channel now, I don't know where you've been. This is the Ride Along channel with me, your host, your instructor, your guide, your coach, Cookie. And you'll find me all over this. And of course, the snow sports in the winter out on the French Alps. Today, though, it's just a little introduction to the start of this summer and a few extra things you might expect that possibly weren't mentioned in the last little video you saw before the wind came. I was riding that nice little e-bike around town not so long ago. Today, though, it's definitely windy, and it has been windy for a few days now. Full power, in fact, here. Right now, on a 100-litre Futura from Starboard, and a 6.9 AC0 from 0.7. So this is almost race slalom kit. You could call it free race. That's the perfect kit if you're going to be heading to a Defi wind in France anytime soon. It's a no-cam slalom crossover sail, as in it's designed exactly the same as the AC1, which is the full-cam racing sail. And basically what the wizardry experts of Andrea and the guys at 0.7 have done is cut out the cams and still made the sail work. So it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more forgiving, a little bit easier to handle, particularly if you're doing long runs, or for me here, lots of coaching and lots of manoeuvres. This makes it a little bit less physical, a little bit less hard work when we're riding. And as I come into the corner right now, a little bit easier to jibe. Whoa, but you still get that awesome punch of power and the noise. It sounds like cams being popped from one side to the other. That explosion of power. There it is. And similarly on the board, actually, the Futura was basically based on the Isonic, the classic slalom full speed board. And then they've softened a couple of little aspects on it, just very similar to the sail. Make it more forgiving, more comfortable. And realistically, with the setup we're currently on, you only lose a few knots of speed, really. More of that kit set up, the tuning, what I've done to make this as pleasant as possible coming throughout the summer. Because there will be, of course, a whole new series of live and on-board sessions coming this summer from here in Vassiliki. And while I mentioned the kit, let's get there straight away. Is end of July, 26th, 27th of July, at the Surf Hotel here in Vassiliki. Myself and Alex from 0.7. I'll put the links to all of his socials in the description and probably popping up on the screen right now. We're going to be hosting a 0.7 demo day here. Full range of 2026 sails, so the next year's sails, all ready to go, all completely free of charge. You just need access to a board. That's all it is, whether you rent that from the Surf Hotel here, or if you happen to be staying elsewhere, or you brought your own kit, whatever works. Once you've got a board, you can come and try out the sails. As well as some free coaching clinics, I'm going to throw in a few skills and drills, a bit of filming, and a bit of tuning tips and some other stuff as well going on. So basically come here, end of July, stop at the Surf Hotel, or some links to some other accommodation that's quite nice to know about in the description, and get to try out some of these new sails. Now we're going to turn around once again, preempt the camera this time. I'm clearly out of practice of driving with camera sticking out the front, or to be honest, doing anything on a board right now, because as I mentioned just before, here we are, back on the plane. I've just come back from the French Alps, which is where I spend my winters. Now, the other little secret I want to let you into just now, and a number of you have spotted this already, is at the start of the season just now, I've been releasing a whole bunch of shorts or reels on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So if you're through YouTube, you can just click through the shorts video, and they're all 60 seconds or shorter. and most of them were filmed last year. There's a few clips you'll see popping in around now that I've already managed to get filming this year. But because they're not necessarily live on board, they're clips that I've already filmed and I'm doing a little voiceover. I tend to sit at home or sit on the beach just here. There's a quite nice spot that I can get some internet and do some work. And I've pre-edited a whole bunch of them. And then the algorithm for YouTube and the other socials tells me when I should release videos to try and get maximum views and all that kind of stuff. But what it means is they're actually already in the system. You just need the right link to get that advanced viewing. And the way I'm going to say a bit of a thank you to a number of you guys then is that link is available through my Patreon account. As you may have noticed, this takes a fair bit of work to film and edit and come out here and put all these tutorials ready to you guys. So if you are enjoying and loving what I'm doing out here, join the Patreon account. And anything I can, any sort of sneak peeks, extra cheeky previews and other things is all going to get released exclusively through the Patreon links before it goes public. So please and thank you for joining me on that in advance. And I hope you enjoy the videos that are already up there for all you Patreon legends. Now then, I'm just making my way back upwind right now in the bay. The cool thing about this time of season is let's look around just now. I'm not far out at all. As in, during the season we go a lot further than this. But there's no one here. It's so quiet. Basically because there's only one club, really, two clubs, the second one just... The second club just opened today. But there's no one here. It's amazing. I do like the start of May. Full speed into the drive. Little bit of a lay down to depower. Open, step, rig flip. Oh. Listen to that explode. And bring the camera back around. Figured out quite a fun new view just here. This is the new FlyMount setup. So it's like two FlyMounts on a little bracket arm to keep it as stable as it can, which actually means I can have them slightly looser than normal. So it's very easy for me to, excuse me, pivot you around to the front or in between the harness lines just here, so you can see what's going on with my hands. Slightly different view, I think it's quite cool. Back out the front you go. Another little food for thought is where to stay when people are coming to Vass. Now, as you may have noticed, I'm affiliated with the Surf Hotel just here. So obviously my first recommendation is stay at the Surf Hotel and book your equipment rental through them too. But there's another pretty great option that's just starting to pop up. Just as the wind dropped on me there. And that's a new little Airbnb villa thing that I'm sort of connected with. So I'll put some links into these really nice, slightly inland, really secluded B&Bs, not B&B, sorry, Airbnb with private garden, really nice little 2-bedroom villas. Great little spot to stop at if you're not sure where to stay. And then you're coming down the beach, you rent a kit through Surf Hotel or store it somewhere on the beach. Right, now assuming this wind stays true as I come in towards the beach and the flat spot, because there's no one on the sandbar waiting to launch, let's go for a full speed down the beach in the flat water. I'm saying it, but the wind's dropping on me. We'll see what happens, but that'll be my final run with you guys for this short session just now. I'll see you back on the channel. Obviously that like and subscribe button down the bottom, but most importantly, leave me a comment. Tell me what you're working on this summer. Tell me your windsurfing hopes and dreams so I can make the right video to really help you succeed. And most importantly, come out here, stay with us. I'll do plenty of coaching. Or a big one that's working really well, just as I'm in my speed run, is online tuition. Hold that thought for a second because we're at full speed. Heels are being lifted, railings coming in. Woo-hoo-hoo. And we'll take it into that nice jibe. And that's online windsurf coaching. I was just saying, I've done a lot of it now through last summer and over the winter actually from the Southern Hemisphere. Guys that are windsurfing, but you can't make it to Vass because obviously it's not the centre of the universe, it's a small little Greek beach on a Greek island, so hopefully you can make it here, but if you can't, drop me a message and we'll hook up some online video coaching where you and I have a bit of a chat for your skills and your dreams, what you're trying to get out of your windsurfing and develop. And then we'll either use my bank of library clips, coaching clips, video clips I've got recorded ready, or even better, if you've got your own clips, then we can have a look through your coaching, your windsurfing, and see what improvements we can make on your next session. Drop me a message. Like I say, all my contact details are in the description of this video just below. But that's me today, people. Thank you, of course, for joining me. Huge thank you for joining that Patreon link, which is basically buy me a coffee. It's just a different version of it. Down in the link below. And I will see you on the water, on the channel, on the socials, somewhere out and about, I'm sure, very, very soon.